Hello, my friends. Derek here from B.O.M Socks, back with another amazing week of B.O.M Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ one bite at a time. So this week I'm excited to get into John 14 through 17. Now, this is literally hours before the Savior goes into Gethsemane, and some of his most amazing teachings take place in these chapters. In fact, if you go to the Come Follow Me for this week, one of the things it says, today we call it the Last Supper, but we don't know if Jesus' disciples fully realized when they gathered for the annual Passover feast that this would be their last meal with their master before his death. You know, he's been trying to talk to them about this so much, and there's things that suggest that they do know and other things that suggest that they are not quite sure what's about to happen, and I totally get that. Jesus, however, knew that his hour was come. He would soon face the suffering of Gethsemane, the betrayal and denial of his closest friends, and an agonizing death on the cross. Yet, even with all this looming before him, Jesus' focus was not on himself, but on his disciples. What would they need to know in the days and years ahead? Jesus' tender teachings in John 14 to 17 reveal how he feels about his disciples then and now. Among the many comforting truths he shared was the reassurance that, in one sense, he will never leave us. If ye keep my commandments, he promised, ye shall abide in my love. And so, like it said here, these are some tender, powerful teachings of Jesus Christ. And as I went through and as I was reading through John 14 through 17, I was marking, I've read this many times before, but as I was marking things, and there are so many what I would call power verses in this particular section. They are standalone verses, like meaning you could just have them without a lot of context. Understanding the context here is important. This is the Savior's final words to his disciples, and you don't even really need that context to have these verses mean something to you. These are the verses you can see, framed in a Christian bookstore or on a pillow, or, back in the day, vinyl lettered on someone's wall, or a mission plaque. They are just powerful verses. And I went through and I found so many of them, and I narrowed them down to 16 verses, like 16 ones that I felt like if I wanted to, I could do little mini, 3 to 5 minute lessons on each one of them. And I'm not going to do that because that would take a lot of time this week. But what I've done is I've created something, and many of you are familiar with this, I've used it before. It is called Verses, Verses, Verses. And what I've done, I can show you right here. And if you're listening to this on our podcast, you can go over to our YouTube channel or to Facebook or Instagram, and you can see what I've created here. This is almost like a March Madness bracket where I've got 8 on one side and I've got 8 on the other side. And what you can do is you can take these and you can just kind of figure out which one for you is the best or the most important currently in your life right now that's going to provide that comfort and provide that peace. And the beautiful thing about this activity, and you can do this as a family, you can do this as an individual, you can do this with a Sunday school class, a seminary class, but it's going to be different every single time you do this. And that's the beauty of the scriptures, is wherever you are at in your mindset, that is how you're going to read the scriptures that day. So what my plan is with our B.O.M Bites this week is tomorrow, I'm going to take you through that top corner, that top left corner right there. And there's 4 verses there, and we're going to kind of play them through. And I'm going to pick the one there that I think, to me at least, provides that comfort and will be so wonderful to have the Savior teach me, knowing that he just had a few hours left with me. So then the next day I'm going to do that bottom left one. The next day I'm going to do that top right one. And then the next day I'm going to do that bottom right one. And just show you kind of which one. So I'm really going to pick 4 power verses this week that I really want to focus on with you, that I think will really make a difference in helping you and I stay faithful to the Savior and stay close to him. Anyway, I hope this will help you out. I think you'll enjoy it this week. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks as always for sharing. We are so grateful that you do that. And if you haven't already, please go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel-themed socks at bombsocks.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Godspeed. Bye-bye.